today? How are you doing? Good looking.
Welcome back, everyone.
Oh, welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. We're here today. We're going to be talking about.
We're going to be talking about a few things.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about a few things.
And then we'll talk. We'll do our kind of weekly. What did everybody watch this week?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to hold the microphone.
Dude,
guys.
I just like to do it like this. I like
likes
it.
to go like this because I don't know why. When it should be like this.
And for the audio listener, it's freaking in his butt.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't really ever try to explain things for the audio listener, do we?
No, I try to.
I try to
be cognizant of it. So this week we watched The Mastermind. By
which,
Kelly Reichardt.
Yeah.
And before we get into that, I think we can dive right into what you watching this week. Kick us off, Steve. What did you watch this week?
You want me to start?
Yeah, that's why I said Steve.
Well, I watched.
No, actually don't. No,
No, go for
Steve.
it.
No,
Yeah.
Steve.
Well, I watched a lot this
Your
week.
background is Inside Llewyn Davis on your phone?
Yeah.
The Criterion channel?
The Criterion cover.
Collection. Yeah. That's an important movie to me.
He's a movie guy through and through, folks. He really is.
It's a very important movie to me.
He lives, breathes, sometimes eats movies.
I do eat them.
Yeah.
Anyway, I see you got your letterbox stuff.
Yeah.
What did
just to have it out because I want to remember what I watched this week. So
Yes.
I really watched a lot this week.
Wow.
Since we
So you didn't
last
have a lot
recorded.
going on?
Let's talk about what you watched.
Yeah, we will. So other than some of the horror which we'll cover later, I did go see Anemone.
Ooh.
And I don't think it's very good. It started out pretty good. Daniel Day-Lewis is very great. It's one of those weird things though where you go, oh yeah, I'm sure there's lots of movies where someone gives a good performance, but the movie around it isn't very good, so you don't really go, oh, that's a great performance.
You don't connect with it.
Yeah, you don't connect with the performance. But he's great, kind of unsurprisingly. But it started out really good. There's some nice parts, but it gets just kind of becomes bullshit.
Is he Irish? He's Irish, right?
Yeah, he's Irish, and there is a bit of there's a lot of stuff about the Troubles. It just goes into like
The Troubles.
it gets kind of like they do some like weird ethereal magic-y shit toward the end that just doesn't work. I don't know. It's just kind of goofy.
What's the son's name?
This was
Michael?
Ronan. This was Ronan Day-Lewis, I think, is who directed this one. Young guy. Anyway, but yeah, it was if you're a Daniel Day-Lewis fan and you want to see what his next movie is, that's go check it out.
Nice name, Ronan.
Ronan. Beautiful name.
Ronan. Did you ever see Ronan? 52
With-
Ronin or whatever?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the De Niro movie.
That's what I'm talking
Ronin.
about. It was just called Ronin?
It was just called Ronin.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's cool. It's a good action movie.
All right, right on.
Then I saw House of Dynamite, the
Nice.
Catherine Bigelow
Is
one.
it out?
It was at the Egyptian because it's a Netflix movie, so it's at the Egyptian. It might still be, and then it'll be on Netflix later.
Did you see that AMC and Netflix are partnering?
I did not.
Yeah, the CEO tweeted that they're partnering, and it's a fucking joke, man. They're just trying to pump the stock, and it's pathetic.
AMC kind of always is, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what they're always?
Yeah.
I feel like you.
It's just don't. I will go on a rant momentarily
should.
about AMC, but
Yeah,
go on.
please.
Yes. I mean, I'm honestly happy to talk and have you talk more about the business side of shit because I don't.
I don't understand.
I don't pay attention to it as much with with movie stuff. But anyway, House of Dynamite, kind of not that great. It had its moments. Has a very weird, abrupt ending. I'll just say.
Does
but
everything blow up? No, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
It
Don't
has
spoil
like
it.
it has a particular structure for people. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it more when it comes out on Netflix.
Yeah.
But also
Yeah.
maybe not.
Mhm.
Then Brandon, my friend Brandon and I, we went to go see this crazy 3.5 almost hour long archival documentary called Israel Palestine on Swedish TV 1958 to 1989.
Wow.
What the hell?
Which was pretty crazy, and it was basically just like a series of cut together of archival footage from Swedish public television that was covering, like the news covering Israel and Palestine from that entire period of time.
Why Swedish TV?
Well, the guy who made it, Goran Olsson, I think his name is Swedish, so that's part of it. I think he very famously made another archival documentary called The Black Power Mixtape that I've never seen, but I know that that one is popular.
Did you ever hear about that black woman who recorded every single thing she possibly could on TV on VHS? to archive it.
I think I honestly actually did hear about that.
Yeah. I don't know what else.
Did she put it on like YouTube or something like that shit? So it's out there or no?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what she did. I think her son, because I think she's dead now, and I think her son is doing something with them
Dude,
tapes. That's a lot of fucking tapes.
Yeah.
That's thousands of tapes. That lady was autistic.
Yeah.
You don't hear a lot about women autism. You don't. And did you know that men with autism are like 3 times more likely to be single than autistic women?
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a
men
lot of sense.
men will fuck anything.
But
Brother.
okay.
Any,
wait,
you're
saying-
calling autistic.
wait.
He's calling autistic women anything.
No, I'm just saying that. I guess it's. I think it's easier to spot in men. I think it's easier to spot in men.
That's
Autistic women,
famously true.
You're more just like, you're weird. You know, like, what's your deal, lady? But go on, Steve.
Yeah.
Was
anyway,
it good? Did you like it?
I thought it was very good.
3.5
and
hours.
interesting and very comprehensive of the whole thing. And I thought, anyway, it was interesting. We don't have to get into
Sounds
it
like
too
it was
much.
uplifting.
No, it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking.
Yeah. I mean, well, just the way that like, you see it in history. You see like how many times there's been ceasefires and yada, yada, yada. And you're like, oh, and then at the very end, it's like the end kind of ends, even though it's 1989, they kind of cheat it and they go a little bit further. And it ends with the Oslo Peace Accords. And they're all like, this violence will end, and then, you were sitting here watching and we're like, oh, no, it didn't fucking end at all. So that's spectacular. So saw that, and then I went to go see Urchin, the Harris Dickinson movie that he directed. The actor, he's like the really hot guy who's in Baby Girl, the hot actor dude.
Mm-hmm.
That Girl's Love. Did you see Baby Girl?
No.
Or Triangle of Sadness? Did you see Triangle of Sadness? He's
But
an
I
actor.
know the actor.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. He directed.
He
this.
directed a movie, and it's like about a drug addict, kind of homeless guy in London.
Yeah. Someone recently told me about this, and I looked up the synopsis. It looks interesting.
It's not bad. It's kind of, there's some stuff that I liked, but then it's also like, it felt like he just also does some stupid kind of indie movie bullshit that every filmmaker does. There's, scenes of people, there's like, they're dancing, they're screaming out their car window when music's playing, they're lighting off sparklers and stuff like that.
God.
There's a lot of like scenes like that, which is like in every fucking indie dramedy or drama of the last like 25 years.
I had an indie moment like that when I lived in New York.
Yeah.
I remember taking a cab home, and I was drunk, and it was like 2 a.m. going over the Williamsburg Bridge, and I wanted to get some fresh air because it was summer, and I stuck my head out the window with my arm, and I was like, man, I'm doing it. I think I just made out with a girl at a bar or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
We all rode in the back of your red pickup truck once.
Yeah,
on
that
our
was a
birthday
very-
party. Yeah, that was an indie moment.
That was an indie
We were
moment.
like,
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't there though.
No, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
were-
New York will
If we had
get-
open containers, that
New
would've been
York
more of
will
an
do
indie
that to
moment.
you. New York, you do feel
yeah.
like you're like, whoa, you're like,
Yeah,
this is the greatest city
I'm
in
in
the
the
world,
Sex and the City.
and I'm and I'm
I'm
the
Carrie.
protagonist, and
I'm
I'm
Carrie.
exactly. That's
Wait,
how
am I
it makes you
big?
feel.
Real fast. Which Sex in the City girl are you, Steve?
I'm probably like a little bit Samantha and a little bit Miranda.
How about you, Dylan?
Probably more Miranda.
I've got to be Carrie, man.
Yeah, you strike me as a Carrie. I don't know which one I am. I think I'm the red-haired one.
You're Carrie.
Yeah, you're not Carrie.
You're
What
not
are you talking
Cynthia
about?
Nixon.
No, you're the.
Well, you might be.
He's the brunette one.
Am I?
Yeah,
Just 'cause
your
he's
hair's
brunette.
brown.
She's like super type A.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also think-
No, you're. Isn't the character's name Steve? Miranda.
Whoa,
That's
yes,
you, dude.
Yeah.
Steve.
That's you, dude.
Miranda.
Steve, you're
Steve,
Steve.
but
and
I'm
you're
also
Miranda.
the bald hairy guy who what's her face, the hot brunette one marries.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I did just honestly
he's
watch
good.
the show.
He is good.
A year and a half ago or so.
I think you know what? I think I'm a little mix of all of them.
Well, that's what I was
God,
going to
this
say.
is- You can't.
I think I'm a little mix
I think that's the
all
point of the
them.
question. You can't be like, I'm every single
Well,
one.
but
of
I
them.
do think that is the thing. That's the magic of the show is that everyone can see a little bit of themselves in all those
Yeah.
characters.
Okay.
Case closed.
Is that everything that you saw, Steve?
No, and then
Jesus
well,
God.
and then yeah. Well,
Right.
so and then
But
we
did
saw
you have fucking time to sleep, dude.
and then we saw. Well, if you think about it, I saw a couple of these like
You were just
the
gooning.
weekend.
You were just gooning. and
I
going
saw
to
a couple
all
of these movies
weekend.
the weekend that we recorded. Like I saw Anemone and House of Dynamite the same weekend that we we saw Tron Ares in. So that was a jam-packed weekend for me. Anyway, but yeah, and then I saw Mastermind, obviously, which we'll get to. But then last night and this morning, I rewatched Old Joy, her second movie, because it was the one that I'd seen it once, like almost a little over 10 years ago, and I was just like, oh, I want to rewatch this again after Mastermind. It's the one that's the least clear in my memory, and it was interesting because I was like, oh, feels very. There's some similarities to the Mastermind, and it just made me be like, damn, she's really been. I think a lot of times the great filmmakers in my mind are kind of making the same movie and over again with variations, obviously, but like they're going after similar things always, and so it was cool. It was cool to watch.
Very nice, very nice, very nice.
Anyway,
I have I got high with my friend Adam, and his wife, my friend Leah, was out of town. And I said, hey, you want to go see a movie? You want to go see Roofman?
Yeah.
I missed it last week when we were supposed to see it for the podcast.
That's
right. And Stephen Dillon raved about it. Let's go see it. He said, okay. So we go to the movies, we smoke a joint, and we're nice and toasty. We're at the Americana at Brand. What's his name, Caruso?
Rick
Caruso, the Rick Caruso Disneyland Playground Shopping Mall in Glendale, California, fabulous Glendale, California. We go in there, and we're sitting there, and then a trailer for Running Man comes on, which I cannot wait for. I love Glenn Powell. It looks so fun. It looks awesome. And Adam leans over to me and he goes, why are they showing a trailer for the movie that we're about to see? And I said, oh, we're not seeing Running Man. We're seeing Roofman. And he goes, what's Roofman? And I was like, oh, it's the one with Channing Tatum. And I immediately felt so bad because he's going into it with this impression that, all right, boys' night out, we're gonna see a really fun, we're gonna see a fun thing, and then we're both high and just. It's a good movie.
A little sad.
But it's a little sad and, slower paced or medium paced. And I did enjoy it thoroughly, but not a good movie to go see high. Not a good movie to see
Certainly
high.
not.
And I was drained by the end, and I was annoyed because there was, you would have enjoyed this. We sit down, and there's an older woman over here, 2 seats over, and we're
what was her name?
I don't know. You're the old woman. It's us two.
Okay.
And she goes, Would you guys mind moving down 1 seat so that my husband can sit here? And because they weren't able to get seats together for whatever reason. And I said, sure. So we slid down, and my
friend Adam said, are you serious?
Well, I leaned over and I thought it was funny. I said, hey, to the woman, I said, hey, wouldn't it have been funny if I had told you no and been really rude to you and like messed with you? And she got it and she was laughing and she goes, what? Yeah, and just kind of mumbled something. I was like, all right. And so we're watching the movie. This lady kept commenting.
Yes.
At every bit, and the one that I heard the most was when
he's gonna get caught.
Similar. When Channing Tatum didn't listen, he didn't get to the airport, and he ended up getting caught.
Spoiler.
There's a silent moment, and the old lady just goes, "He should have listened to his friend."
Yeah, it's true though. She is right.
Or no, sorry. She said he didn't listen to his friend.
Oh, factual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there was a woman there. I don't know if she was fucking babysitting, but she was there with like an 8-year-old girl who wouldn't shut the fuck up. I just kept hearing, he's gonna get caught. He should have listened to his friend. And they left to go to the bathroom, and I thought, thank God that little bitch is out of here.
Jeez.
And then they came back, and the lady turned on her flashlight to find their seat and didn't turn it off until she pointed it down and sat down, so the flashlight was like
turned at the screen.
Oh man! And then
They should have a seat.
People are bad.
That's at the screen facing the audience for Ben to watch. That you should just be up
Yeah, that's
front
how you
and
actually-
stand.
that's how you actually
That's
wanna
what you
watch.
want to see. You're like,
No, I mean,
this
dude-
fucking little bitch won't shut up.
You
It's your
should
first
work-
time at the movies?
You should work for the theaters. They should have people that are in all black, so it's like they don't actually
You
distract
see
from
a
the viewing
floating head.
experience. Yeah, you just see kind of a
They have
floating
to
head.
paint their whole. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's like that brings me to one of my next things, which is the Alamo Drafthouse is supposed to be a beacon for correct
Is that where you
movie
guys went?
watching.
They're a beacon.
No,
You went to the
fuck no.
Americana.
I hate.
They're a beacon for brisket tacos during a movie. They're a beacon for stinky ass movie going experiences. Everyone's eating the stinkiest
No, it's
thing
true.
imaginable.
I don't like them at
Pickled
all. Wait, so what
jalapeno.
going your
Well,
thing? 'Cause
one thing we got to
I could
remember
go
is to
off.
not talk over each other because someone said that it's hard to listen when we're all three talking.
who cares?
No, that's okay, but we just need
What
to.
has that person ever seen a Robert Altman movie?
Oh. Yeah, you're Googling it right now. I can see you. I can see you.
Got your
So,
ass.
I hate the Alamo not only because everybody's fucking munching down and eating shit,
Do you
but the
remember the Alamo?
waiters are constantly coming and going.
Yeah,
That's-
it's
yeah, of
bullshit.
course.
It's not a pleasant movie experience. It sucks ass.
And the lights are on the whole time. I'm looking at everybody's jeans.
It's a quiplash ass movie
It's
theater.
That's
only
right.
good
That is
for a certain-
yeah.
It's only good for a certain kind of thing. Like if I'm going to
Well
go
said.
there and get kind of drunk and like a movie that's just like pure, pure entertainment, I guess, whatever.
So I remember seeing Hereditary. That was the last movie that I saw at a Alamo Drafthouse, and there were a couple gay guys there sitting just down the road from me, and they must have been high or drunk or something, but they kept on commenting on how the son was he looked like a different race than
How'd
the
you know they were
parents.
gay?
Because of the way they talked.
Okay,
They were,
sure.
I don't
I'm just
feel-
asking.
I don't feel comfortable.
they
being,
kept on going, are they never going to acknowledge that he's brown and the parents are white? And I just remember being like, Bub, shut up.
Okay.
Who cares?
This is
Anyway,
a nice wrinkle in the story. A couple of racist gay guys.
anyway, there was also a young man next to me who fucking he finished. First of all, he's got a bag of those mini Kit Kats, and instead of pouring them out into his hand like a normal human being, he was fishing his stupid grubby little fingers into the bag.
Wait, I'm so
Getting them all
confused.
out. What?
You were hypervigilant.
when
It was loud.
When was this?
This was yesterday, last night
Oh,
at
okay.
Roofman. And then when he finished with it, he folded the bag and folded it again and folded it again and kept folding it and straightening it because he was just playing with it in his fingers. And it was so loud during such quiet parts of the movie. I was this close to just being like, hey, bub, first time at the movies?
And Ben,
Wasn't there like a Nickelodeon ad once where it was like people walking in the subway and everything's music? It's like, someone bouncing a ball and it turns into
Oh,
a beat.
like, yeah.
Walking
That
in there.
makes
That's
sense.
your experience in
It's
the
kind of
fucking
a
movie
stomp.
theater.
But I hate
The kid
it.
gets-
yeah, but you hate it.
Hell yeah.
And what were you saying earlier about autism? And you're single, correct?
Uh-huh.
There you go, man.
Fair, true. Also, trailer music these days, every single fucking trailer now, I hate this latest trend in trailers. Shut up. Was that a snore?
Mm-hmm.
Every single trailer these days has a popular song, but they got to cut it up
Yeah.
and make it just something different, and I can't stand it. It's so
That's been
annoying.
going on so long.
It drives me
That's been
insane,
happening
man.
That's been happening for like
Yeah,
5
I know.
years.
No.
Yes,
it has.
No. They would play just the song, and now they cut it up with stems, and they turn it into a long, just like the white-winged dove, just like the.
Oh, what trailer was that in?
Fucking the stupid Sydney Sweeney boxer movie that's gonna suck shit.
Oh, that was that.
God damn, man.
You know how in like India they got like Family Matters like 20 years later?
Yeah.
That's how you are with like cultural shit. You're like,
That's
you're
true.
like, they're slowing down music in trailers. I'm like, brother, catch
Well,
up.
actually, dude, it's funny because I was gonna say the other day he texted us and he was like, "We should watch The Mummy. That movie really holds up. That movie really holds up.
It does.
And look, I like that.
No response from either.
Yeah,
of
no
us.
response
Yeah,
from either
thanks
of
for
us.
that, by the way.
Well, because I very much like The Mummy a lot. I loved that movie when I was a kid. It does basically hold up. I don't think it's like really great. I mean,
It's great.
It's fine. It's like a good movie. But I think it's also funny because that movie already had its cultural sort of reclaiming because of
Brendan.
Brendan Fraser having kind of the renaissance and being nominated
Yes.
for the Whale. But I'm saying you're like 4 years late to being like, let's talk about The Mummy again. Everyone already like did the
Yeah.
Mummy.
That trailer that he's in the movie he's in coming out, the rental family thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That trailer, it reads like a horror film to me every time. It absolutely spooks me.
It's very strange.
It's very strange.
Yeah. I don't know
Well,
what to do.
I don't like
speaking
him
of-
seeing him smile so much.
Speaking of trailers,
He actually scares me. I don't know why. I know it's not okay.
You want to
but
keep Brendan
he-
Fraser down
he's
into
trying to-
being
he's trying to
sad?
freaks me out.
Oh, man.
two
Oh,
more
boy.
things real fast
Yeah,
before I
okay.
go on to what I've watched this week.
It's gonna be the whole episode.
No,
God,
no,
yeah.
just relax.
You've talked
both
about
of you.
one thing. So
This
far.
this Roofman had, I'm not kidding or exaggerating, about 6 or 7 different production company
Yeah,
logos.
yeah.
And it was tripping me out.
That's how you get an
wouldn't
independent
stop.
film made, brother.
Yeah, when a couple people snickered at that.
I was.
Dude, that's not cool, man.
No, I
It's
was just
just-
surprised.
it's
I
just
wasn't
sad.
expecting that many. It was just one after another.
No, I'm just like, when I see that, it stresses me out. I'm like, oh, you had to get all these people to get.
Yeah,
the money
that's
to
what I'm
do
saying.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's often honestly when I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a good movie because they had to like do like overseas shit to like Saudi financiers to like get this thing made or something, you know?
Well, and then the final thing is that AMC thing where they brag about their laser thing is 3 minutes long.
Right.
And it just keeps going. Also, we're eco-friendly. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Play the goddamn film.
And it's someone's birthday.
Yeah. We'd like to
I-
give it a special shout out to our shareholders.
Yeah, I think what the thing that I wish that they would add to that is to acknowledge that they're on Tongva land.
We'd like to give a huge shout out to the
After laser at AMC would like to acknowledge that we are on Tongva land.
Hey, that's
That'd be
pretty good. That's pretty good,
I would like
Steve.
them to start with CA1 and list everybody.
Yeah.
There you
We'd
go.
like to give like
A1.
Thank everyone.
Ben Carr.
No, but
you would never be sitting there.
it's like the ET. You remember the
Exactly,
ET ride
yeah.
at Universal Studios,
Yeah.
and you could give it like a fake. Before they changed it, you could be like, shit, man.
I did
It'll go,
Cartman.
"Shit."
I thought it was so funny. And
Yeah.
it was like bye Cartman, and I was like,
I think I did Stimpy when I was a kid, and I was like, "It's gonna say it. It said it."
I never.
Or
Got
we
to,
did our dogs' names.
I never got to do
That's
that.
cool. Dog's
Anyway,
names is sweet.
lastly, AMC seats are so fucking disgusting. And I don't know. I'm glad I just zone out and put my head back without thinking about how much greasy, nasty other people's hair shit
Neck
is.
meat.
Oh, dude, it's fucking atrocious.
I like
so-
to pull my pants down. I sit down on my bare butt.
That's really tickling me right now.
too.
I'm really picturing it.
Just a bare ass
All
on
right,
an
picturing-
AMC
I'm
chair.
picturing the sweat stain that when you get up, or the
Yeah,
like
yeah,
steam,
yeah,
the
yeah.
steam.
Yeah.
So this week, I've watched the first 2 new episodes of Smiling Friends, which I really enjoy, and they're very funny, and they're over before you know it because they're only 12 minutes long. And I watched the next to last, the penultimate episode of Task,
Right.
and I did also watch The Mummy,
Right.
and I saw Roofman, which I really enjoyed.
And the Chair Company. We've all watched.
Oh, and The Chair Company.
we all
yeah.
watched the first episode of
The Chair Company is fine.
Wait and see.
I'm waiting to see what they do. I
Yeah.
wish it was more grounded. I wish they, as we were talking before the cameras rolling, I wish that they instead this time had him be a lot more grounded so that they could build his descent into madness a lot more instead of just, oh no, he's immediately like, he's towing the line between fucking his whole shit up and keeping it together. And I can't, it just feels too, I know where it's going. I know that he's just going to keep fucking his shit up. He's going to be rude to an old person.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be staring at him like, whoa, why did you do that? And then he's going to go,
Yeah, I'm a little bit there with you.
I
slightly.
love
I'm
him
yeah,
very
I do
much.
too. I do too.
I enjoy his comedy, but I was hoping for something a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all I wanted to say.
I think the one thing that I was like, oh, this is funny. This is going to literally just be like an entire show about like a parallax view conspiracy unfolding about a chair company thing, which is like, I was like, that's a fun thing. But yes, I agree. I want like, I obviously I love him and I love his whole deal. But at a certain point, you go, Okay, let's
me something more.
Give me something a little different.
And
I want a variation on the form. I
It's
think
kind of the same joke that starts. I think you should leave, where he refuses to. It's a push door and he's pulling.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing where
He
it's like he refuses. Yeah.
To acknowledge
be
the
wrong.
reality. Yeah,
To be
yeah,
wrong. He's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
nope, something wrong with the chair.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And part of what
To
gets
the
me
end of his what?
It's similar to the problem that the new Happy Gilmore had, which is that everybody in the Happy Gilmore universe now is Crazy Man, and everybody's silly goofy. But what worked about the first one is Happy Gilmore is an outlier. He's the silly man, and everybody's a straight man. There are a couple kooky characters.
I mean, you don't think. I know what you mean, but also the characters in there are pretty kooky. I mean, his caddy in the original is a fucking homeless guy.
Sure, but they're
who
still
washes in the lakes of the golf course and stuff.
Right, but they don't have
Shooter
any-
McGavin's like pretty kooky in his own way.
I think it's just it's shot on film and they couldn't do as much with special effects and like.
I think you're kind of right, and I don't think Happy Gilmore 2 is that great or anything. I mean, I know we talked about it, and like I enjoyed it, but it's not like an actually good movie. Whereas I do think Happy Gilmore original is like a genuinely good, movie.
I think also just with Tim Robinson after Friendship and now this, I struggle so much with watching and sitting through the cringe Meet the Parents type stuff where it's just one awkward interaction and awkward confrontation after another where I'm like, oh my God, okay. I don't find that stuff funny unless
then don't watch it.
This is well trodden ground here. You don't like when people fuck their shit up. This is yes.
People know that.
I
do if it's clever.
I also watched that. I
Yeah,
also watched 2 episodes of Smiling Friends, and I just all I did was read a book. So
What book?
Hell yeah.
it's called A Personal Matter, and I haven't read very many books, to be honest. And I think
very big.
so far it is my favorite book I've ever read. It's really incredible.
Why'd you pick it up?
I am going to Japan. It's a very famous piece of Japanese fiction.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who did you say it was by?
Kenzaburi Oi, I believe.
Okay.
Kenzaburo Oi.
Nice.
Yeah, young guy. He's about 27, 28. His wife is having a baby. It turns out to have a brain hernia, and he would rather it had died, basically.
Ooh.
And he's just going around getting drunk, and it's pretty incredible.
That's awesome.
His internal monologue is really wild. Yeah.
It sounds like it's going to really help you on your travels to Japan.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the exact same thing happens. To me.
It's happened to every Japanese person.
Oh, because of the
story.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I was like, because of Hiroshima.
When are you going to Japan?
This Saturday.
You're going to be there. You should absolutely try to watch the World Series while you're there. It's going to be a huge.
Oh,
It's
cool.
huge in Japan because
Very
it's
fun.
Shlomo Ohtamo.
That will be fun.
That will be fun.
What'd you call
I
it?
don't watch
Shlomo Ohtamo.
baseball at all, but it'll be cool to see.
I think that will actually be I'm with Ben here. I think that would be a
I
cool cultural thing to
I
like go to like
completely
a bar and see.
I think it'll be tough because of the time. Maybe not actually the time difference because it's like 17 hours ahead, which is almost 24. So it's practically,
Japan is 17 hours ahead.
Yeah, they're in tomorrow already.
I'm
wild.
gonna start having to wake up 1 hour earlier, like starting in like.
Oh, you're
a
gonna
couple
do that
days.
thing?
I'm
That
gonna do
little
that thing.
trick?
I'm gonna start waking up at like 4
That's
a.m.
a good
the day
idea.
before,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Wow, that's awesome. I guess I knew you were going out of town, but I don't think I realized it was Japan. That's fucking sick.
How long are you gone?
A little over a week.
Wow, that's a short trip.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the mastermind.
Now on to the mastermind.
The mastermind.
Saw Kip's father today. He said Kip has projects all over town.
He spends all his time balancing books, scheduling, on the phone. It's an idiotic way to spend your time.
Well, you seem to have a good amount of time on your hands.
It is a film about a gentleman with curly hair and a beard.
A gentle.
Kind of curly hair.
Man.
Alana Haim?
Alana Haim, yeah.
Alana Haim. Two great little kids play the sons.
Yep.
And it's about a guy.
Wonderful dialogue from the kids. Yeah.
Yeah, the kids are great.
They were the most enjoyable part of this fucking dreck for me.
This is awesome.
And-
I knew this was coming.
Yeah,
by the
yeah.
way, I knew this was coming. Wait,
I-
should we set?
No, walk through
Okay.
the plot.
Yeah. So he is. I don't even know what the fuck he is. An architect or something. They don't really
He's
give
like
you a lot
he's
of
like
information.
a carpenter. He's like a carpenter architect.
The whole time you're kind of basically going, okay, what is he doing? Why? Oh, okay. How? Okay. I'm glad they're telling me like 90 minutes into the fucking thing.
Okay, you're putting some color on it. We just want the.
Oh,
we just
so
want the
he
plot, we want the
steals.
bare
He
bones.
plans to steal 4 paintings from a local museum to somehow sell them to someone that we don't really know. We don't really know how, and he fails spectacularly.
Steve's
and
face is awesome.
and he's got to flee his wife and kids because they figured out that it was him. And
It makes it sound like he's running. Well, actually, maybe
Jesus
there's something.
Okay,
Christ.
I think what he was about to get at, Steve, was that the reason we saw it, which I could have led with, which is
Yes.
quite funny.
Yeah.
I went to go see Black Phone 2, and I was the first one. That was what we were supposed to see this
That was the
week.
plan, yeah.
That was the plan. Black Phone 2.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was #1. Mastermind made how much money?
$104,000
Art
in
and
5 theaters, and then next week this coming weekend it'll have a nationwide rollout. So I will
boy,
say,
can't wait for that.
I think if
Audiences
you're
are
watching
clamoring.
this
That's a nationwide rollout?
this coming weekend,
Wow.
not in however many Tron Ares theaters is going to get, but it'll be like a larger rollout.
So I went to go see Black Phone 2. The movie starts. Someone picks up a phone. A black phone. That's right. And I said, in my head, I was like, okay, stylistic choice.
Yeah.
And I turned to the person I was with and I said, that's going to be happening the whole movie. Total joke. Guess what? 5 minutes later, still going on. People are getting absolutely pissed. They're starting to move. You can hear everyone's ass in their seat. They're like, what's going on? This is bullshit. Guy says he stands up, walks out. Huge, like at least 10 people start running out. I'm like, this is
we
becoming.
got to tell someone.
Yep. And then, at some point, the noise. They might have been experimenting on us. I think I yelled at. I said, they're experimenting on us.
Didn't you say that someone else yelled, AMC sure does make movies better?
Once the lights came up, someone said, AMC, we make movies better. Yeah,
That's awesome.
And there was a real uproar. The guy to my right was visibly upset, cursing.
Fucking shit. It was
Yeah.
Tim Robinson. I wanted to see Black Phone 2.
Yeah, and the poor woman working at there had to be like, I don't know what's going on, but you can all get refunds.
I'm seriously scared.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we'll be able to get the feature on, so we are assisting everyone with passes and refunds, okay?
For the movie that everyone probably, it's free. Cause,
to see for
A-list, yeah.
They do that, dude. That happened to me. Did I tell you guys? I went to try to go see One Battle After Another for a third time in the big IMAX, like 70 millimeter IMAX.
Ooh, I need to do that.
And I don't think it's there anymore, first of
Fuck.
all. And 25 minutes into the movie, the sound went completely out. And then they give you free tickets or whatever, but I'm like,
I didn't wait in line
yo,
for
I
that
have
shit.
AMC A-list.
Yeah,
like
I
this
didn't
doesn't
wait.
matter to
You
me.
can get popcorn. I
They gave me
guess.
free popcorn and soda. or
Yeah.
something.
Here,
So
eat this, you fat pig.
Yeah, exactly.
that's
I'm
kinda-
not
that's pretty
waiting.
much it.
After all that, I'm not waiting, man.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway.
Mastermind.
So I got
Well, wait.
so I got in the
Yeah.
car and I just fled the sound straight to the Yamava Casino.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So we were gonna do it. I wanted to do Mastermind the whole time, and I wanted to save fucking Black Phone 2,
Book phone.
Book Phone 2.
You pick it up just reading
I'm gonna
books.
save Black Phone 2 and use it as like an entry point. 'Cause we're gonna do a horror movie thing and whatever. Anyway, but so it ended up working out in my favor. Maybe not so much these fellas because I guess they didn't. I don't know how much. We haven't really heard from Dylan about it, but Ben obviously clearly didn't care for the movie.
Oh, no, I loved it.
But very funny is that obviously this happened to Dylan. He was like, I don't really want to fucking go back and try to see that movie again. And then
I could just tell from the first couple scenes. I
Yeah.
was like, ugh.
and so we pivoted,
I gotta get outta
and I got to give a shout out to our friend Shane, because basically we're friends on Letterboxd, and he commented under a thing, and he was like, "You should make Ben watch The Mastermind on my review," and
Here we
I
are.
was like,
Here
yeah,
we are.
here we are.
Here we are 40 minutes into an episode where
Yeah, where we haven't talked.
We're-
where we haven't talked about it. But thank you, Shane,
30
for
Yeah, huge shout out
for
to Shane.
pushing Ben to do it. Clearly, you probably got. I'm getting the results that I kind of thought.
Shane is
but-
the fucking Oz of this show, dude.
yeah, he is kind of the Oz of the
he's
show.
the one that
He's pulling the
he's pulling
strings. Dude. He's
Ben
fucking-
won't listen to us, but
Yeah,
he's
he-
like, "Hey, Shane said."
Shane said, yeah.
Shane has good
Which
taste.
I like it. Yeah.
It's
Okay,
funny.
so let's hear Steve's.
Well, no. I want to hear from Dylan first about because this is the first Kelly Reichardt movie that either of you have
Yes.
seen. You've never seen a
Yes.
Kelly Reichardt, and you've never seen a Kelly
Yes.
Reichardt. Okay, cool.
Drove home from the Yamava Casino. Was pretty tired, and went to see this movie. I was very unaware of her pace of movies.
Yeah.
I saw it at like 8 p.m.
Okay.
and it did put me to sleep literally a couple times.
This is
I just closed my eyes,
spectacular.
but that doesn't mean that
You miss
I have
nothing.
disdain for it. No, I mean I literally it would be like 30 seconds and I'd wake up, and then
Yeah.
it honestly kind of made me like the movie more when I felt. I was like, this is kind of gentle. I kind of think I'm kind of
Very gentle. It's a very gentle movie.
But I think the worst thing I could say for it, which is that I didn't feel the movie made a case for itself as to why I should be watching it while I was watching it,
Yeah.
which is kind of brutal. I thought the political stuff was interesting. As I started to piece it together, my read might be wrong because again, I fell asleep a couple times. I was like, so, Vietnam is happening. These people are just fucking in this sleepy town, disconnected from what's going on. He's not paying attention to it at all. He doesn't seem to stand for anything, and he's not working, and it just leads him into this life of a slippery slope of kind of one bad decision after the next, and what
What was with
One
the
bad
F
after
pins, by the way?
They live in Framingham, Massachusetts, and he had the pin because he goes to the Framingham Art Museum all the time. It's a Framingham Art Museum.
God, what a fucking stupid detail.
But this movie, do you think it more exists on like a metaphorical level?
Yeah, no,
it's like an alienation,
No, it's
existential heist movie.
yeah, it is, and she's a very quiet, contemplative, like slower filmmaker, and the movies are definitely subtle, and there's a lot of stuff under the surface that is I feel like you pick up on it in very subtle ways. It's very like a lot of little gestures and
I mean, it was kind of
things that people do.
heavy-handed. Like,
Well,
it would be like an obscure TV, and
that stuff I think is the most heavy-handed I've ever seen from her. But I think actually the way, and like the final shot I think is fairly heavy-handed, but I think that the way that it works in with some of the other aspects of the movie, it's a little more
heavy-handed
subtle.
might be the wrong
I
phrasing.
yeah.
But because I enjoyed how it was portrayed.
Yeah.
If I'm talking about what I really liked about it, I thought Gabby Hoffman and
John Magaro.
They were awesome.
Really great scene.
Really great
Yeah,
scene.
Really great sequence. They're the like friends, his old college friends who he hides out with in the kind
She
of
makes him an egg.
Massachusetts
Yeah.
countryside. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, the more I think about it, the more I like it. But I just wish I knew her pace, and I would have watched this at 11 a.m. with a coffee.
Yeah.
Or like this is like an afternoon.
That's what Ben
movie.
did and didn't
I
work
watched
for him.
it at 10:40 a.m. with a coffee, and I was bored to tears.
Yeah.
Waiting for something to happen, waiting for some kind of more satisfying explanation, more satisfying character development, some kind of dialogue.
She's a freak.
There were a lot of long shots.
She's kind of the librarian of directors, huh? She's like, shh. She's like,
Yeah.
it's the
She's very
quietest
quiet. Very
movie,
quiet.
which is interesting. I mean, there was a moment during the heist that I literally started like dozing off, and I was like, this is interesting. Like, I'm literally
During the
like,
heist
during
scene,
a
yeah.
heist scene,
Yeah.
I'm like falling asleep.
Because it was a boring fucking heist.
No, it's a great heist. Are you kidding me?
was
That scene.
fine.
It
They
reminded
fucking,
me of a bottle rocket if you took away 90% of stuff. I don't know.
I know what you mean. I mean, I
There's
think
a goofiness to it.
I think the movie's very funny. I think it's a very funny movie, but I think her previous one, Showing Up, is more laugh out loud funny. I think this is a more subdued.
Yeah, there were a lot of lines that there were surprisingly a lot of people at my in my screening, and they were doing that fucking suffocatingly douchey like.
There was a lot of that in mine,
at a
too.
couple lines where I'm like, that's not funny, or at best it's a chuckle.
What lines?
Or,
I'm
like
curious. Do you
I don't remember, but they were just fucking I don't know, just stupid fucking dialogue lines when they're at dinner and he's like, oh, the dad was like,
dad got a
oh,
lot of
why
laughs.
would they
Bill Camp, yeah.
why would they do that? Like, oh, you're very cultured, sir. I see that joke didn't get over your head. Fucking
I
asshole.
don't really think the humor is over anybody's head. It's just,
It's
kind
not
it's just sort of
laugh
a
out loud
dry-
funny.
It's just a dry humor. Yeah, I mean, I think my audience
bone dry.
my audience laughed and I laughed, but I think probably sometimes people laugh. I get what you're saying. People laugh more, and I'm like, okay, it's not.
I laughed
that
really
funny.
hard when he gave the money to his children. When basically the kids didn't have school a day that he planned the
That
was
robbery,
part's great. Yeah,
and he just gave them money and sent
It was
them
a
off,
fun
and
cut.
they're so excited, and they're just running off, and they're running truly like little kids do.
Yeah.
And that
Very
was my
goofily.
big laugh. I
The
just
kid
I kept
vomiting.
laughing.
The kid
Yeah.
vomiting too. That was a funny
That
cut.
one's
That
good,
was
yeah.
good
The
comment.
result of him leaving them alone.
Well, I'll talk. Can I go a little bit about Kelly Reichardt?
This segment is called "Take It, Steve."
Make it good, Steve.
I'll do my best. We'll see. But basically, yeah. I mean, I was thinking when I was watching it, I knew going.
Steve can have this. Is what
This
it's
was
called,
going to be
actually.
your guys' first Kelly Reichardt, and I was thinking while I was watching it, like this might not be the best entry point for new Kelly Reichardt people.
Mhm.
I think if you guys had, or at least Dylan, I kind of don't think you're gonna like
It's
any
a B-side.
Yeah, no, I mean I actually think it's really fucking great, but I just think. As I was watching it, I was like, maybe this is like kind of for the real heads only, or something like that. Maybe, or you just need to have
Context.
and gotten on her wavelength and sort of get her a little bit more to maybe fully appreciate this. Even though I do think it's a really great movie, and I loved it a lot. But I mean, I first saw one of her movies, Meek's Cutoff, in college, and I think and I really liked it. But as I was in college, I didn't like do any further exploration of it. I think I was very sometimes curious person in college. I was,
Curious.
drinking 100 beers a week, and that's kind of
Edward
what I was
40 hands,
focused
dude.
on. Yeah.
Every photo of you in college is Edward 40 hands.
Yeah, exactly. In my cap and gown, Edward 40 hands.
Alone
yeah.
in your dorm.
No, but yeah, and then like my friend, one of my good buddies, Parker, was somehow became a really big fan of hers, and he showed me Old Joy and Wendy and Lucy, and then that's kind of where I fully locked in. And then honestly, Brandon and our friend Brandon, saw Certain Women together in New York, and then that was really the one that like fully put me all in on her. And yeah, she's, like Dylan was saying, she's incredibly quiet, slow filmmaking, which I really, really love. That's the type of filmmaking that I really respond to. And I sometimes wonder if there's something about me that like I struggle on my own to quiet my own fucking brain and life and everything around me, that like having a movie do that is really meditative and nice. And there's
Can I
something
just
about
say,
that.
Prison of
for
Steve's
this
mind.
one, I mean, a heist movie this quiet was borderline, if not actually perverse to me. I was like, this is perverse.
No,
I was like,
it's-
this is strange.
Yeah, it's
I
really-
was excited because I was like, the mastermind. Cool. I'm going to be exposed to this guy being some kind of smart genius. And I was waiting for him like, ooh, he's going to wriggle out of this or something. He's not a fucking mastermind. I would hardly call this a heist film. There's
ironic.
I think that's the
Kinda.
genius. I mean, that's the genius of it. That's what's so wonderful
Blow
about
me.
it. I think, I mean, they call him. The one kid who gets caught. Says he's the mastermind of the whole thing, which he is. He did plan and execute the whole thing and put together all the pieces.
Great performance from him.
Yeah,
Really, really good.
Josh O'Connor, by the way, is who we're talking about. Who's really great in the movie and has become. I was looking at kind of his filmography and I was like, where did he kind of come on the scene? I think Challengers and La Camera, which is the Alice Rohr Walker movie from a couple years ago. Those are the two that like I think a lot of people saw and really, really noticed him. But he was in The Crown, which I never watched, but apparently I think
Is he
that's
British?
He is British, yeah. I think that's another one that people and then now he's just been really quietly. Everyone kind of really loves him. He's got a weird movie star quality, or
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
because he's not what's the word I'm looking for? Like stereotypically handsome, but he's very good looking
good-looking
guy.
I'm very.
I like him
locked
a
in
lot.
when I see
Yeah,
him. He's
yeah.
great.
But yeah. Anyway, what did I want to go on with? So okay, so another thing that I really like about Kelly Reichardt too is I think she is so incredibly good at capturing, like a place and a culture and way of life of that place.
That's good.
That was in this movie extremely well done.
In
yeah, obviously, without a
very
doubt.
yeah, in very specific detail, and she's great with. Obviously, she has her collaborators and stuff, but she's great with, I think, like costuming people and the way that they look and the outfits. I mean,
the production
the way that
design.
everybody looks in this is so fucking great. And it's just like, for me, it's like a very cozy movie, like the East Coast, like around fall and winter, and like all the sweaters and the clothes that everyone's wearing is just like, God, I wanted to just like sort of live in it. I love that stuff.
Steve, I'd love it too, but goddamn, give me a movie around it, not
Well,
just like
Steve
sitting there with a cup of coffee.
Here's what. First of all, I think how often are people talking about how a
Just go to the
movie's
East
a
Coast.
vibe, or whatever, right? But like,
Go
anyway.
wear a sweater on the East Coast, dude.
Huh?
Just go wear a sweater on the East Coast.
I would love to. I mean,
okay,
I love these. I love the East Coast. It's like how many people love what's that show? Gilmore Girls, and that little town that they live in,
Yes.
Stars Hollow, or whatever. That's like the perfect little. You get your coffee and you got a sweater and it's fucking snowing outside. That's
why
fucking
we have
great.
Nancy
But it
Myers,
was
man.
But it was also so. I don't know. I didn't want to be around this guy.
Yeah.
The
Well,
character.
okay, so yeah, that's a good point. So he does suck, right? And I think that's an interesting part of the movie. So I think what the movie is kind of getting at is like it's about a specific time, and I think this time period is a perfect time period to set it. But I also think, and it's about kind of a way of life that disappeared. But it's also weird because I think we're maybe reliving it in a sense. It feels like. It's all these like unemployed guys who don't have anything going on. He gets all his buddies to help him with this heist, and they're like, "What are they doing?"
It's like, why aren't they at war?
yeah, why aren't they at
Yeah.
war? Yeah, and there's like that funny scene where he goes to the neighbor's house to drop he says, "Can I borrow your car?" And the neighbor's like, "Yeah, sure. I'm not doing anything today." And it's just like a culture of guys like not doing anything.
Yeah.
And there's a level to it where it's like. His dad is a judge, very like respected man in the community or whatever. And his dad is grilling him at the dinner table at one point, remember? And he's like, that other guy, he's got a good thing going, and he's a carpenter or architect or whatever. And he's like, yeah, he can do a lot of things. He can't build a fucking cabinet for shit, but all he does is answer phones and do blah, 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 blah. And so I think there's a level where he's trying so hard, and maybe a lot of these kinds of guys are trying so hard not to become like a working, stiff 9-to-5 job guy. And they're like, it's a little bit of like, what can I do that's more exciting, more interesting to me, but's gonna maybe get me get me rich quicker than working my 9-to-5 for a lifetime job. But I think there's an irony in that he tries to do that, but ultimately it ends up being more work and more trouble for him. And there's something inherently political about that with the backdrop of all these civil unrest and political protests that he's so uninterested in, but then
completely disengaged from.
completely disengaged.
To the point of him having seemingly he has autonomy because he's doing that, but
yeah.
he's so disengaged that I thought that was kind of the point.
It is.
It's like
Absolutely.
if you don't pay attention to what's going on, you become this like person without morals, perhaps.
Well, but then I think he gets yes, maybe, and he gets roped into it anyway, right? I mean, I don't want to spoil too much, I guess, although maybe nobody cares. But
Nobody cares.
You're all going to listen to Ben, and you say, and you guys aren't going to go see it. But if you're still here, and you're
shit.
paying attention, then I hope you go see it because it's really, really great, really special, nice movie.
Anyway, he gets roped in.
He gets roped into it in the end in a pretty big
Ironic
sequence.
way.
It's very Al
sequence.
Capone that in as much as he got taken down for taxes,
Sure.
this guy gets taken down for participating in a protest.
protest,
He didn't even
yeah.
participate in.
And he's
Yeah.
using it as a shield. He's trying to get away with robbing
An old
elderly
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He
that's
robs
where
an old.
crosses the moral. I mean, he crosses it before that, but he
Yes.
truly seems to not care.
Yeah.
To the point. Yeah, that's why I'm saying like.
But so that's all interesting. I mean, I think it's a real it's about a sort of a boomer culture. Again, going back to the nobody's doing anything. That great scene with John Magaro and Gabby Hoffman. He's literally like at their house. He's hiding out because he's literally on the run from the law for stealing all this.
And where are they again? Are
I
they in
think it's
Canada?
like no. They're saying Canada is nearby, and he tells him. You can go to Canada. I know a guy who lives on a commune, and they kind of they laugh,
'Cause
and he
it's
goes,
the
"Well,"
draft dodger people.
yeah,
right?
he goes, "What is this? A bunch of draft dodgers and
Right.
radical feminists or whatever?" And he's
Yeah.
kind of laughing, but you know, at one point when he's at their house, they live on this like beautiful farmland kind of house. And he goes, "What have you guys been up to?" And he's like, "Oh, Gabby." That's not her name, but it's Gabby Hoffman. And he goes, "Gabby's was into farming for a while, or was into gardening for a while, but she's not doing that anymore."
I shaved.
I shaved, whatever.
I've been substitute teaching.
And substitute teaching every once in a while. And it's this funny thing because it's like there's a level of, which I think is important for the couple of black characters in the film, which is few and far between, but it's part of the political kind of backdrop of the movie. There's a level of like this privilege to these guys, and they're the kind of a privileged boomer culture that they're not doing anything, but they got this house probably from their parents, and they can just sort of live off that, and they've inherited that, and there's not much to it. And they can, you know, when he gets caught by the cops briefly, or when they come to question him, he's like,
My dad's a judge.
"My dad's a judge," and they kind of back off. And there's like a level to it, whereas the one guy who gets caught and in trouble is the black kid who helped them rob them.
But he robbed a bank after.
He robbed a bank afterward and got in trouble. But I mean, I just think there's something there. There's something happening there.
Yeah.
And it's this whole movie of a bunch of people not doing much of anything, but they're all living good. Like, you know, it's the thing that we talk about now where like our parents, or maybe just a little older than our parents, like they say, "Hey, what's going on? Why don't you guys have a house by now?" And blah, 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 blah.
Sure.
But they all got to have these things so much more easily than us. And so I think that's part of the backdrop of the movie. I don't know. I think it's really interesting and very political and, but kind of cozy. And you kind of want to be in the movie a little bit, even if you're with a guy that is kind of falling down a moral quagmire.
I think that everything you're saying is it makes sense, and it gives me barely more appreciation for it. I just wish that you didn't have to think so hard for it, and I know how that sounds.
Yeah.
But
it's just
truly,
a kind of movie you don't enjoy.
yeah, because I mean, I'm not the type of person to, because the movie itself is so boring, I don't care enough to do that thinking.
Sure.
I'm not going like, that guy was so interesting. I wonder what, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, give me something here to care about. I'm just like this guy in this movie where I'm like, I don't give a flying fuck. Finish this thing.
It's more about the subtext and what the filmmaker's saying. And
Yeah.
you're more so watching the plot and the action and going, why is nothing happening?
Well, sorta.
That's
I'm
true,
just
but
like,
I still like the characters. I'm still caught up in it. I think
Yeah.
it's a different kind of thing. I think that I've gotten to a certain point where I do find this kind of movie entertaining. I can obviously, we all like, kind of all liked Tron Ares. Like I can still like a movie like that, but I'm entertained by thinking. Like I'm entertained by ideas. Like when a movie slowly reveals itself, and I love to be like, you know, at the beginning of the movie, I was like, okay, where's she kind of going with this? I'm not sure. I'm like, okay, this is a heist thing, but I'm like, what's she trying to get at? And then as it starts to kind of slowly reveal itself, I'm like, oh, I see what she's doing, and that I do find that entertaining. And I know that for some people, obviously, you don't. And I know like some people say, oh, this is so slow and boring, and I could have said that about Tron Ares, maybe,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Whereas like, you know, sometimes I say like, sometimes I talk to people and I go, this is a boring movie, and I always think, oh, they're like Steven can't handle like something that takes its time.
you
or
can't handle
whatever.
Jared Leto.
Yeah, well, that maybe not, but it just, you know, your mileage may vary on what you actually consider to be boring and what you actually consider to
I
be
get
slow.
that. I
Yeah.
still just stick by my, like, I'm all for thinking. I'm all for a boring thinker movie. I just need a little bit more substance there to draw me in to care enough
Yeah.
to do that. Where it's not just like, I'm going to be as subtle as I can. with
Yeah.
This shit. Give me a
love it.
fucking break, man. I'm paying to see your shit. Give me a little bit something more. Christ.
I'm gonna watch another one of her.
You should
films.
watch others. I
Okay.
think you should. I mean, honestly,
Which one, Steve? Which one?
Well, I think I said this before. I think watch Wendy and Lucy. I think that's a good, nice place to go. But I think maybe try to watch Showing Up or First Cow, her kind of two more recent movies.
Mhm.
I think you'll really like Showing Up.
Okay.
And maybe you might too.
Okay,
But
fine.
I don't know. I really think Showing Up is great. I actually think it's one of her best movies. But Yeah, I don't know. Her sound design, and I mean, we're kind of backtracking, but we were talking about the sound design and the quietness because it's not like the movies are just quiet. It's like actually the like Foley sound in the movie is also like really kind of dull, and she like that's her sound design in movies, and it's an interesting choice to have like someone like closing a car door, but it's not like doesn't have the normal loudness in a regular movie. It's like actually kind of
just a clunk.
Yeah, it's kind of and
the score was good.
I find that draws me in more a little bit. Like I'm
hypnotized.
Yeah, I'm hypnized a little bit.
I get that.
I
by
thought
the
the
calmness,
AMC had their levels low at first, and then the music started, and I went,
Yeah.
"Oh nope,
Yeah.
this is sound design. This is her her artistic choice."
I
will say the band though, when I had this funny image of them being asleep, and then something's happening.
The jazz band. yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
It's a lot of for those who aren't going to see this movie. The theme throughout is like a jazz kind of.
But that I
offbeat
think
jazz
very
drumming.
importantly we get less and less of it as the movie goes on, as the sort of
It's unraveling.
excitement of the heist is kind of no longer like it's like it's almost like a score that the character is hearing in his head because he's like, I'm doing a heist, and then as the reality of it all sets in, I feel like the music kind of fades away a little bit.
Speaking of the sound real fast, I did really enjoy the sounds of those old car engines.
It's great.
Those late 60s, early 70s Lincolns and
Yeah.
There was
Fords.
there was something
the
to
idling. Ugh.
the paintings he chose. So his professor had one of them in his office, right?
Yeah.
So that was kind of seemed like a key to the movie.
That's a
about
detail
his psychology.
I need to see it again because that's a detail that I don't quite have nailed down, but like.
Because it was so subtle. If you blink, you miss it.
He's
Yeah,
like,
a
I
little
did
bit.
nothing. I didn't do nothing. I have that painting. I don't know.
Maybe something. I mean, yeah, I don't know. There's something to it.
Yeah,
but
what was he going to do? Sell them to the professor?
Oh, right. That's what she said. That
she
was
was
the
like
fence.
saying, I know
insinuated
why. Yeah, he's the
yes,
fence.
Yes. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
the professor or whatever,
That's
his
right,
old
never
like,
mind.
yeah, where he wrote his dissertation or whatever. But
That's what it was.
couple details, two scenes that I think are nice standout moments. Well, one, obviously, the whole John Magaro, Gabby Hoffman sequence I really, really like. And that hits home the sort of drifter aspect of it. And she makes these movies. I mean, a lot of her movies are like this, like characters on the fringes, not really like living in the main of society. And they're very rambling and drifting people, which I like. And perhaps I'm a bit of a drifter myself. I don't know. But you don't think so? Bitch?
No, you're totally a drifter, bitch.
Yeah, thank you. One of my favorite moments, though, is it's just a great little detail. And it's the kind of details that she does that I really like. When he's at their house and he's drinking beer and they've gone to sleep and he's finishing his beer and then he walks in the house and he checks he like picks up the beers and jiggles them to see if there's any beer left in the remaining cans on the table to like finish it. I just think that's a great detail, and it's like it's just like an awesome dude's rock kind of thing. You know what I mean? In a way. And then I think one of the big sequences that is also hitting home the like, look how much more work he created himself kind of idea in the movie is the big long sequence where he tries to hide the paintings and he's like up and down the ladder and he's carrying one by one and then he has to bring the whole thing. I just think that's very like, that's some slow cinema type shit, I would say. That's like, you're just going to watch this guy. It's kind of Bressonian. Like she kind of does, it's a little bit of like a Man Escaped Bresson kind of thing.
The guy hot wiring the car. You watch him fail a couple times.
Yeah.
And the camera stays on him.
Yeah.
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 My favorite scene was the final one because it was the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was kind of fun. I liked the look of the Cincinnati cop cars and just them kind of being like
Cops were your favorite part. They were dancing. They were having a good time.
Oh, I love it when cops have a good time.
You really love the
I
cops.
love that. I love when they beat up on the hippies.
Yeah. Anyway,
What do you give it, Steve? Let's wrap it up. What's your rating?
I'm giving it a big thumbs up. I'm gonna give it a 920 out of 1,000.
God, Jesus fucking Christ, Dylan, what do you got?
595.
And
Wow.
a thumbs up or down or sideways?
Sideways down.
I'm gonna give it a sideways. I'm gonna give it a sideways. I'm just gonna give it a sideways, but I'm gonna give it a 300.
Wow.
Jesus Christ!
Awesome.
How can it be a sideways and a 300?
Because it was still
He's doing
just like.
595 and sideways down.
Because I don't want to do sideways down. I don't want to do.
I was going off the number. We got to figure this shit
Well,
out.
595 would be sideways up, technically.
Okay, I'm sideways up.
To me, I'm not
if you
doing.
did $4.95. That's sideways down.
I am
right,
either
right.
doing a thumbs
$5.95,
up,
I'm sideways.
down, or sideways. That's all. And I don't want to give it quite a thumbs down because
You do. You fucking hated it.
No, I can appreciate certain aspects of it, especially in light of this conversation. I enjoyed the score. I enjoyed it gets the points on the thumb side in the.
Ben, it gets the points on
On
the
the
thumb
thumb
side.
side.
Ben Con.
Ben Con.
with this
on the
his movie
trailer on the trailer for the movie, it gets the points on the thumb side. Ben
on the
Con.
billboard.
So I give it yeah. All the little things that didn't have to do with the plot, the script, or the characters, I liked, and that's enough for me to give it a sideways thumb. But overall, a resounding 300.
I hope you guys go see it. I think it's a great movie. I hope you'll be surprised. I know somebody out there, I remember, commented and watched Wendy and Lucy off my recommendation. So keep it going. Keep the spirit of Kelly Reichardt alive. I will say, you know what?
She's still alive.
Yeah, she's very much alive. I met her. I don't know. I'll tell this detail. I met her in Telluride when I went to Telluride, which I didn't get to see her movie there. It was there. We waited in line for a fucking long ass time, and we did not make it in.
I can't imagine waiting in a long line and then seeing this movie.
Well,
I would have lost my mind.
Although I am glad, I'm glad that I saw it in very nice, calm, casual circumstances at a movie theater. Whatever. But I would have loved to have seen it in Telluride. But I met her on the street. I saw her walking. She was just on her own, which is kind of how Telluride is. People are just bopping around the town. It's very chill and relaxed. And I was like, I don't like to do this generally speaking, but I was like, hey, Kelly. And she turned around and I was like, I'm sorry, but I just got to say you're one of my fucking favorite I didn't say fucking, but I was like, you're one of my favorite filmmakers ever. And I love everything you do, blah, 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 whatever. And she chatted with us for a while. It was really funny because she chatted with Maggie and I and she was asking us about, are you guys filmmakers? You watching stuff or whatever and talking, but she was like, she had him in her pocket of her jacket. She was just munching on pistachios the whole time.
That's cool.
That we were talking, and it was so casual and chill. And Maggie, after we saw the Mastermind, and she was like, that could have been her. She could have been in the movie as a character, kind of munching on pistachios, watching, and it would have fit right in. And it was and I was like, yeah, you're exactly right. That's a perfect little summation kind of her chill vibe. But she's a great filmmaker. I love her. She makes a lot of movies about the Pacific Northwest, and she comes from that period of the 90s Oregon with Todd Haynes, and she used to hang out with her Todd Haynes. I think Elliott Smith was around, and maybe Melly, what's his name?
Maybe Melly.
Not maybe.
Maybe
I didn't
Melly,
mean to say Melly. Kurt Cobain, I think.
Kurt
Maybe
Cobain?
she hung out. She saw him. They ran in similar circles, and Gus Van Sant. And I don't know if she might be part of the queer new cinema thing that came out of that period of time.
Yeah, Google her. She's
but
queer.
she is. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is a lesbian.
She's
but
queer Latina.
I know I'm kind of rambling here, but another thing that I like about her, and I promise we'll end. But another thing that I like about her is I think she's not. She's never been I think a lot of feminist or female filmmakers or whatever feel the need to, or maybe they don't feel the need to. It's what they want to make about, but often are maybe confined to making a movie about gender and identity and whatever the sexual politics of gender and stuff like that. And I feel like she's not that confined in that. And I think she makes movies that are still about that or they're exploring even masculinity and deconstructing masculinity, which is in a way doing that same thing. But she's not, so I like that part of her, that she's not doesn't feel the need to just, I think she would probably be the first one to be like, why do I have, just because I'm a woman, I have to make a movie about women? What kind of bullshit is that? And so
I would be eating pistachios.
Maybe. So I like that about her. Anyway,
Me, Kelly Reichardt, I would be eating
Anyway,
pistachios.
sorry to ramble on. Everyone who hates me out there is going to hate me even more after this episode, so I appreciate it. But I hope you guys give it a chance, and peace and love.
We'll see you at the movies.
Good night.
Bye.